Amici, good morning. Good morning, dear listener. It's nice to be here once again. Uh, there is a case in Zamfara, the pastor and his 13-year-old daughter who are also in captivity.
For days or weeks now?
For weeks now. And Thursday last week was the deadline the abductors gave for him to produce some amount of money and some motorcycles, and they've extended the day. That is another case. Is connected to the Dar family, and we are appealing to the abductors to please release the pastor and his daughter, and also the students that you mentioned, the medical student. Their parents have sent them to school, and this is what they have to face. The news they have to hear is unfortunate. The sad commentary continues. You open the newspaper every morning, you listen to the radio and watch the television. Every other day, you hear such cases. We talked about Buhari giving marching orders in those days when he came newly. The issue in Benue State, he asked the IGP to relocate to Benue. He asked the Chief of Army Staff, Buratai, then to relocate to Maiduguri to see if these issues can be solved. The appointments have made for people from these regions where these issues happen. Now you are talking about the Enugu, the man coming from Enugu to Abuja, Anambra to Enugu. Look at the issues, look at the areas, look at the zones, look at where these things are happening. It is sad, Amici. People have talked about deploying technology to fight this, throwing drones. Amici, before the invention of drones, we had satellite images. The military used satellite to go trace places. And thank God we have the 90ComSat. We have Sat-1, we have Sat-2. And these are used by geosciences. They can trace, they can hear the sound from ground, there are so many things satellite can do beyond before going to drone. So are we deploying technology? Some people have also argued that we have limited men that are hungry, men that have not been paid well, men that have not been given their allowances. They should open their bare chests to face terrorists. They are well armed. They're having millions of naira in their possession. So there are a lot of issues put in one. And these incidences that are happening, is it by criminal elements, well-known criminal elements, or is it terrorists that have invaded our territory? Is a big question for the security agencies to manage. I don't think it's a time for the president to be traveling. Your country is sitting on a keg of gunpowder. There are so many things the government should not be doing at this moment. Face your country, see how you restore peace. 200 minimum jackpot every day from Nigeria airports. 200 every day minimum.
No, we can, if we decide, take back our country. We are fast losing Nigeria as a country.
Amici, some hours ago or some days ago, the former president Olusegun Obasanjo hammered on this issue of leadership, self-centered leadership, as he described it. Some people describe it, and weak leadership is what has kept Nigeria turning on one spot. We are 25 years of age since we returned to democracy in 1999, and if you see a child of 25 years, he must have graduated from university, running his master's program, if he's not working yet, and even if he's working. So at that age, the child is matured. Some are married at that age. So where are we at this point? You talked about several sectors. I wept over the weekend when I threw 10,000 naira to buy electricity, and they gave me 44 units. And I asked my wife, what happened? Are we now on band A automatically, without information, without notice, without a text message, without SMS?
You're in the heart of band
now,
A.
and I asked 44 units for 10,000 naira, and no information. And the AEDC, for example, that prides itself to be digital, I deserve an apology. I deserve, you see, there are so many Nigerians that are in this situation that they cannot cry out. We have a privilege, an opportunity to help them speak to the authorities. How can you convert somebody on band A, band B, band C,
did I not tell
to
you
band A?
That what all of them, the discos will do, the minister and NEC did that categorization. It will not exist. It will not work for more than 3 months. After 3 months, in phases, they carry everybody and up in band A.
That's what they've done.
Even hospitals that are saving human lives.
All of them.
Even schools, universities that are training our future leaders, they have dumped them in band A. That is, in fact, they're for doing nothing.
Let me give you a breakdown.
Huge revenue. If you want a new meter, you pay for it. On top of paying for it, they still expect you to come and gratify them. And nobody takes responsibility. Nobody. The president flies away to France. That's what he's planning to do today. Because the new jet he bought with money he has not accounted for, we hear has been released graciously by the Chinese firm that got a court order to detain or seize
to confiscate
presidential aircraft. The National Assembly, the Senate President, who told us that why citizens are protesting on the road, he will be chopping. Why will he not be chopping? How much did he get in his constituency for budget? Hundreds of billions of naira. How much does it take a month every day as a senator? Other senator takes 21 billion. You can imagine what the Senate, 21 million. You can imagine what the Senate President will do. Because they are so, they are completely removed from the realities of the society. I read, gentlemen, about what happened during the Titanic. You know, that biggest ship.
1912.
Yes, 1912. They built the biggest ship and put it on the sea, and they were on, it was a cruise ship. Everybody was enjoying him or herself. Before long, they hit an iceberg and water started coming in. Those at the floor were the deck. They were the first to discover that calamities upon us. It typifies the present day Nigeria. Those at the ground, the run of the regular people understand that things are, the top is about to collapse or not. But those that were at the upper deck were busy drinking champagne, partying, playing music. When they shouted and told them that the boat is sinking, they said, we don't know what you're saying. This boat cannot sink. This boat, they told us it cannot sink. And so they continue with their merriment till the boat sank. And most of the people died. That is the Nigerian situation there. Those at the top are having merriment, enjoying themselves. Those, the downtrodden, are shouting, but the distance between them is so loud that they can't help housing, spend money on the people.
It is the same thing that happens when you don't have protesting power. You tend to look elsewhere, and corruption keep growing. So if the leaders know, as Shola has said, will help the masses here to voice their issues, and government is listening, whether they listen today or not, tomorrow we'll come back and we'll rephrase it and we'll model it and say, okay, this is what we said yesterday.
Okay.
So the bottom line is that all sectors are suffering. Our social contract is being destroyed. You sign a social contract when you are appointed, inaugurated. Please keep that social contract. Let us have social amenities and
just
good life.
like a number of persons have said that